it going, everyone? It's Liam Carson here, and we're reacting to another episode of Once Upon a Time with episode 17 of Season 6. Hui! I mean, you could really soak in the finality vibes with the last episode, like especially towards its ending with Isaac, not the only returning factor from the last episode, warning to Henry and Regina that the Saviour must be ready for the final battle. So, yeah, like I said, you could really soak in that finality, even though that we've got another season left to go after this. Yeah, it was really, really great to see, you know, certain things play out in the last episode with Isaac and the return to Neverland happening. But also we got a bit more information about Gideon and how there is tragedy behind his character because of the fact that his grandmother currently has his heart. So there is hope for the future once we will gift Gideon back his heart. But of course we had in the last episode him try to reenact Lord of the Rings with Emma with Shelob. So yeah, it was a really, really great episode last time around. So why don't we get into this episode of Once Upon a Time, episode 17 of Season 6. Let's go.
One thing we want from you. To make you pay for what happened to Pan.
Look, Pan was a little shit.
Well, let's get on with it then. Look, I don't want to hurt any of you, so this is your last chance.
He's just done. I can't blame him. Wait. Is this Tiger Lily?
Careful, Captain.
What about that? Who said this was a rescue?
Oh, she wanted the shot.
We never would have put you through that wardrobe if we knew it was going to lead to this.
And it's fine. I'm not gonna lose. Come on, kid, let's go to the library.
Or you might, and Season 7's gonna open on a grim note. Oh. Oh.
It's going to be okay, Mom.
Oh.
We're done.
Oh, lordy.
Snow.
Oh no, I don't.
Who? Who?
Where is she?
Yeah, she doesn't. Oh.
Where's the evil queen?
Okay, interesting.
No, you're confused.
And she's back.
There you are.
Okay, so that flower caused a real pain for the evil queen, Maya.
Regina, it's working.
But in before they both just are asleep. Oh, they're both gonna be asleep, aren't they?
A patient doesn't get up and walk out of here without someone seeing something. Check the tapes again.
You don't need to check them again.
Oh,
Excuse me, Miss Blanchard. You don't have to check the tapes again, Mayor Mills. I saw what happened. Don't go to sleep.
She slipped that. She slipped.
Is that so?
But she knows.
Where?
So if these flowers just started sprouting up all over Storybrooke, I think the author had the right idea skipping town. Whoever you're meant to face in this final battle, they're already here.
Lovely. I kind of have a feeling who it could be.
Rumble.
Speak of.
I believe the greeting you're looking for
fairy?
is hello, mother.
We'll soon see about that.
Oh.
Put it down.
Wow, and it's just terrifying. Like
Don't look so
there is this
surprised.
abusive
I
mother
practically
relationship
invented
to
dark magic.
Rumple.
But worry not.
I guess Snow was wrong. Looks like we're gonna have to find Emma on our own.
Perfect.
Emma.
Oh.
What a lovely name.
Oh. See, he's not your enemy.
It's Fahad.
I mean, it could have been randomly Lucy's soul, but
The Black Fairy is in Storybrooke. This is the only hope the Savior has of defeat.
there we go. A little bit of a
That simple.
Misunderstand it? I don't know.
So, what's it going to be?
Shit.
Did you find something?
Oh.
What now?
Ruined it.
Mayor, no,
You ruined it.
Don't touch that. He's very dangerous.
Is it?
out of my way.
I did not know that.
Where's she?
I can.
What the hell does that mean? How did you get here? Right. Never mind.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not
So is this it?
surprised.
Oh no. You'll know when the final battle begins. Everyone will.
We won't let you hurt our daughter.
Why do I have a bad feeling
that
she's gonna
so?
bring back
Because it's
every
going to be hard to
villain?
stop me when
Once was close to the Black Fairy. If anyone should have stopped her from walking down her dark path, it was me.
And yet you failed.
I failed.
Yeah. And so guilt consumes
So after
one.
the fairies banished her, I gave up my wings and sought refuge here.
Okay, but we've oh god. Stop, he's already dead. We sent the messenger.
Forever.
What do you expect us to do? Just leave her out
Wait
there?
it out. Until she's like, cause I mean, we're not gonna skip
Like I
ahead
like that.
the
It'll
youth.
put you back under, and then when the time is right, Emma will find out.
It's easy for you to say. You don't have a child who's out there by herself.
You have no idea
Oh,
what's out
wow.
there for me.
It is our fault. There's something you don't know.
Oh, is she gonna talk about the flashback? Oh, we got hope. Just that one little strand, just like with Snow and Charming.
I have lived in this town with everyone we have ever known. And they're all separated from the people they love too. We
Can't just think
sentence
about
them to this life forever
yourselves
just
when
because
others
we
are
unwilling to
vulnerable.
wait just a little bit longer.
It's
What about
Emma?
We have to believe that she's strong enough to grow up without us. Oh, we will see you again.
They're gonna close the door and she's gonna feel a wind or something. Yeah. Not feel the wind, but I thought I saw something. And now it's your turn for bottoms up. It's really tragic, isn't it? Like,
You found him.
Where is he?
oh, 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 that's kind of sad. That's sad. That's sad.
No.
Mom.
I get it. You had to do what was right for everyone else before yourselves.
And today I'm putting you first. You have a future.
No.
Someone you love.
I can't. This is your one chance of breaking the curse.
No.
Eventually you'll find a way to wake us.
Killian!
Emma, what are you doing? Run now!
Yeah, you're all in for it now. Naughty step for you guys. I was gonna say Tiger Lily. Okay.
And I know that you face an uncertain future, but there's one thing I want you to be certain of. And I will. What do you say? Will you marry me?
We made it official. We're making it official. Oh.
It was meant for one heart. But if we share the curse, we might dilute its power.
Might.
Might.
I'd be Ash right now if it weren't for them. Cheers, love.
Okay. Interesting situation.
You did it.
I did it! I did it! Yes! And then, yeah, you just got a lot of bodies.
No. No!
And it was a long time ago. You're a changed man now, Hook. We've all seen it.
Thank you! He didn't know and he's sorry. Oh. Hey, everyone's up.
How did you figure it out?
You ordered him to destroy the Pixie flowers. It seems he kept one alive. True believer wouldn't do that.
That's not possible.
Nice.
He wouldn't disobey me like that.
And yet
Well, you never know
He
what
found a way
kids
to
could be
resist your
like.
command.
There may be nothing left of this town when we finish.
He's not
That's the
stirred.
price I'm willing to pay.
Yeah, he's not stirred. This guy's been through so much in terms of like threats and all of that. He's not gonna bend. And the fact that there are opportunities getting his heart back, and yeah, I'm just really worried about what she's gonna be cooking, to be fair. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, this was pretty neat stuff. We've now got both Snow and Charming back, or Snow and David back. We've got Hook back. Everything is rosy. And it was just very interesting having that flashback as well, like on what could have been for Snow and Charming, really, in regards to getting Emma like at 10 years old. And how just one like little strand of that pixie flower, could have ruined everything. Quite literally, really, because obviously Emma's destiny still awaits her, and you know, had Snow and Charming delved into the selfish route, which I know is not them, but you know, they're still human as well at the end of the day, so there is that consideration. Yeah, it would have been really bad for the future, wouldn't it, considering Emma being the savior and all of that. So a really great episode, another solid inclusion for season 6, which really delved into some very great ideas, like especially with Snow and Charming, and how you know, the landscape could have changed completely. I mean, we wouldn't have Once Upon a Time, of course, if they chose to delve into their own selfishness. But that is not their nature. Their nature is to look out for others. And, I mean, of course, David's going to have that moment of vulnerability. He wanted to go through that door, which you can't really blame him. I mean, this is your 10-year-old daughter. The last time you saw your daughter, you put her through a tree into the real world. And at the end of the day, I mean, your happiness is just... I mean, you've got Snow, of course, but your other part of that happiness is right there, just within reach. And, of course, there is that option to consider about... like, you know, this evil can be defeated thanks to the savior. And if you go for this opportunity to get her at that moment, that opportunity washes away. So it is a very, very difficult sacrifice to make, isn't it, really? So, and it's all about thinking about the greater good, really, at the end of the day. Like, what is, like, especially when you have to consider all of these people need their families as well, and they're lost. We can't just deprive them just for our own happiness. So it's one of those hard situations what we have to digest. But we have to wait until we are supposed to meet her. And, yeah, so... But so much could have changed, right? But it was a very, very difficult situation. I mean, they needed to know about the fact that the town needed to be saved, that Emma, you know, a 28-year-old Emma is destined to come here. You can't meet her at 10 years old or whatever. Because otherwise, you know, the lives of everyone in Storybrooke, it's, yeah, they're going to be lost forever. So, and, you know, if the Charming's motto, I will always find you, is going to stick true, then Emma's going to find her way to her parents in some form. There's no shortcuts that need to be required. But yeah, it is all for the greater good, really, not just for your eventual happiness and whatnot, but also for everyone else's happiness. I mean, it's so easy to tempt into that selfishness and, you know, be happy. Especially in this moment where you've found each other, like Snow and Charming. And you could have completed it by being reunited with your daughter, but there would be that guilt where everyone else has lost. So, yeah, like I said, it's easy to fall into that temptation of selfishness, but it's not who they are. They rather think about the lives of everyone that they sought to protect, really, and that's what they've done. And that's why they had to, you know, drink that potion and make things as if, you know, nothing happened in regards to Snow and Charming having a premature wake-up call, I guess. They had to wait it out 18 more years, really, so, yeah. Yeah, I really thought that it was really interesting. And it was really heartbreaking seeing just Charming break, really, because of the prospect that Emma is right there, and Snow had that realization, and it is so great that we had two different sides. Like, we should go through this. No, we should, like, you know, thinking about what we've been told. We can't do this. Like, not to the people, not to Emma's destiny. We can't be selfish, and it sucks to say that because I do want to reunite with my daughter, but at the same time, I don't want to deprive these people from their happy endings. I don't want to ruin them forever. Because that's not me, and yeah, it was just really heartbreaking, and Charming obviously knew, but it doesn't mitigate the heartbreak, does it? So yeah, but yeah, but they also kind of had an idea that Emma's okay as well, like she was just vibing and whatnot, so they knew she was in safe hands for the time being. So there was also no need for her for them to, you know, kind of pry her away from that. Obviously, if she was under a very distressing situation, they would have, like, if she was in a, well, I mean, we had Ingrid, of course, and there was that tragic situation, but, yeah, if she was in, like, if we went the whole Harry Potter route or whatever, and, you know, she had abusive aunts and uncles or whatever, then, yeah, they probably would have thought differently. Because, obviously, yeah, like I said, they are thinking about the town. But, and you know, that really deterred them from jumping through that doorway. But of course, if you're not gonna watch idly by whilst your daughter is, you know, getting this abuse or whatever. So yeah, they knew she was in a very comfortable place, and they didn't want to tamper with destiny, and as well as the fact that they chose to prioritize the lives of the many, really, over their own happiness, which is very understandable. So yeah, but yeah, I was really surprised with how long this took to resolve, really, in regards to breaking this curse. And good on Regina, she pulled through, so props to her. But yeah, I was really surprised in regards to the fact that you know, it took, like, what, 10 episodes or whatever? Because I thought, like, it was around episode 8, wasn't it? I thought, okay, well, this is going to be wrapped up by the halfway point, and it wasn't. So, yeah, and I'm not complaining about that whatsoever, because, like I said, I thought, okay, well, they're going to wrap this up by the halfway point, and they'll be awake again. It'll just be a few episodes where they have this little predicament, but the severity of the spell, lasting like 10 episodes, you know, really sold it. So I was skeptical about the way that they would both be woken up in regards to, you know, everyone taking a shot and whatnot, because I was like, okay, I'm not you know, totally sure how to feel about this, because I thought when you know, Emma, well, with the I guess actual proposal, even though it was still official, but Hook wanted to do it right. You can't really blame him. I thought with, you know, them two, Emma and Hook kissing, I thought, okay, that, you know, true love kiss thing, that's going to come in handy, probably, but I feel like that would have, I don't know, mitigated the severity. I don't know if that would have mitigated the severity of the sleeping curse that both Mary Margaret and Charming were under, but yeah. Yeah, but like I said, props to Regina for being the one to, you know, best the Evil Queen, because that was a very malice move from the Evil Queen, of course. And she made sure that it was not going to be a walk in the park if you're going to break this. She even had that failsafe placed on. Even though that you had Regina and assisted by Zelina, they had to basically, what I would say, surgically remove the curse that was there, but there was a failsafe just in case. Oh, clever. So yeah, but not just that though, but she was able to have the town be able to give back to Snow and Charming. She recognizes, what I really loved there with Regina is the fact that obviously she knew about the fact that that Snow and Charming awoke like prematurely in the flashbacks and all of that, and that they did this little sacrifice, really. I also loved how Emma was really understanding. Like, obviously there is that situation where oh, you know, when you were 10 years old, we could have had the opportunity to reunite with you, reunite with you. But we chose to, you know, think about the town rather than jump through that portal. Emma understood that, and I really loved it. But with Regina, like I said, it was really great how she managed to have them give back to Snow and David, really, to, I guess, pay back for what they have done. So it was a really nice gesture with Regina coming up with this plan. It was a risky plan, but it was a plan all the same, really. So, but that is, it's really great to see. So, yeah, like, especially with the fact that the Evil Queen was the one to put that curse on both Snow and Charming, and Regina has this really wholesome way of having the town, who will have been touched by Charming and Snow's efforts to give back, really. So, and considering like that massive favour that Snow and Charming did all those years ago, when they could have easily just jumped through that doorway and said, you know what, screw everyone else. So yeah, but yeah, and it was really great to have Hook reunite, of course, with Emma, so as well as the actual proposal. I guess the actual proposal. See, I don't want to say the actual proposal, because I still count the first time as pretty much valid. But you can't really blame Hook for wanting to do it the traditional way, like bend down on one knee and be like, yeah. So, yeah, but I really did like the fact that, of course, we had that reunited moment with Hook, so and Emma, and not just that though, but of course, David has told, like, I was expecting that, of course, when Hook was reunited after the trials and tribulations that Hook went through in terms of being pried away from her, but I expected David to forgive Hook, and recognize that growth. So that was really, really great stuff. So and he, you know, he does see Emma's love and whatnot for Hook, and he knows that Hook is that I feel like with Charming, he knows that there is no better person that is alive right now than Hook for Emma. So yeah. So it was just really, really, you know, great stuff to see, and yeah, it was really great for Hook to, well, not just get that moment, of course, but yeah, that it was under a better atmosphere, the second proposal, wasn't it? Because of the fact that Emma did stumble upon the ring, and it created a bit of an awkward vibe, but now we've got this wholesome moment, and it's furthered up by I guess a wholesome bit, because it's you know, I guess the way it was intended, really, because of course you don't want your significant other to kind of well, I don't want to say ruin the surprise, but it is what it is, I guess, isn't it? So, yeah, in a light-hearted sense, it's not like you know, she did it maliciously or deliberately. It was just a little accident there. So yeah, but it was really, really great that we had that actual proposal. So yeah, but not just that though, but of course we have we have Hook back, especially with his, I guess, union with Tiger Lily after a little bit of a misunderstanding at first. Well, I wouldn't say a misunderstanding, but after Tiger Lily and Hook's interests were aligned, obviously she was willing to help out. So yeah, but yeah, it was also really, really great to, of course, have that confrontation with Emma and the Black Fairy. But not just that, though, but how Rumpel is essentially sticking up for Storybrooke and whatnot, and Gideon, and knows about the heart. So I'm glad that that he knows about what's happened to Gideon. So yeah, and you know, he's obviously gonna look out for his son and say stick it to his mother. So especially with the fact that his son's heart's being manipulated by the mother of evil, essentially. I mean, she is evil incarnate, basically, in this show. So yeah, but it seems like Rumpel's on our side, which is great. So yeah, and he's gonna stick up for the town. He's gonna stick up for Gideon, of course, for Belle, I guess, as well, because yeah, he's not just he's fighting for his own family, and as you know, as far as I would say Rumpel is concerned, this might be a bit of a stretch, but the Black Fairy's not part of the family, so yeah. I mean, you can really essentially choose your own family, and that means you're out the Team Black Fairy, especially with the malice treatment that you're given. But that's it, though. I mean, it's on par with what Snow on what Snow and Charming have been through, and how they have fought about the town so much, and you know, they've like with Snow and Charming, they had just Emma, but their family expanded to, heck, even include Regina. They managed to choose their own family with the other residents of Storybrooke, the people that they looked out for. It's not just, you know, Hook waltzing into Emma's life and being essentially the son-in-law or whatever, but with Snow and Charming, they are at the heart of Storybrooke, and you know, their selflessness and their heroism, it's created such a strong bond, I would say, that has reached out to everyone in Storybrooke, to the point where they're essentially family. There is this connectivity. Whereas on the darker side of things, I mean, you have the Black Fairy being like, oh, you're gonna see and you're gonna be by my side and all of that, but you know what? Family could be chosen as well at the end of the day. And family's not really always going to be defined by blood. There are ways that you can be disconnected, even if you're blood related from the family. And this is what's happening right now. You might think you have all the cards, Black Fairy, but you do not. And she's starting to kind of recognize that in a sense, because of course we have this kind of struggle that Gideon's going through with the fact that he of course there is that of course conflict there, because obviously does not want to do it. He's a victim of the Black Fairy, but of course the Black Fairy is instructing him, do this, do that, etc. So there is this struggle for Gideon. So yeah, but she is starting to tremble because of the fact that with that conflict in mind, with what Gideon is going through, he is struggling. It is like trying to fight your way out of you know, quicksand. You're trying and all of that, and there is this big struggle, but he is seeping through, like he is seeping through the surface and all of that, because of the fact that he chose to of course leave one of the strands of the pixie flower behind. So yeah, there is that with it's interesting, because obviously he is being enveloped by that darkness, because it's interesting with the fact that the Black Fairy, epitome of darkness, epitome of dark magic, but he is trying to fight through that darkness, and then there is that little glimmer, that little speck of light, and that's what Gideon is reaching towards in regards to helping out Emma and co. Of course, he could have just given up and been fully converted to the dark side, given the Black Fairy's hold on his heart. There's that, you know, giving up atmosphere, but he's not giving up whatsoever. He's trying to fight, and in doing so, he aided out Emma with, like, when the Black Fairy was like, oh, you know, these are a nice bunch of pixie flowers. It's a shame if someone got rid of them all. Oops. And you have Gideon being like, it would be a shame if someone left a bit of a strand to help Emma out, right? Oops. So there is that little glimmer. So yeah, and I'm assuming, you know, we've still got a handful of episodes left to go. I'm assuming, like, up until the final battle, we will see Gideon fight and fight and fight further and further, to the point where I'm expecting the Black Fairy to cause some kind of abuse or some way to try and keep Gideon in check and all of that. So that's if, of course, we don't get his heart back, because that's a priority. Of course, everyone else doesn't know about the fact that, like, Emma and co, they don't know yet. I'm sure Rumpel might want to distribute that information, but at the minute, Emma and co, they don't know about the fact that his heart is being, tugged by the Black Fairy. So yeah, but yeah, this was a pretty solid episode. Another great inclusion for season 6 of Once Upon a Time. I am really enjoying this season so much. Yeah, it is just being very solid, and of course with the prospect of the final battle there, it is going to be very exciting to see what is going to happen. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.